Hello, my name is Cindy Raspiller, and I am a lecturer in graphic design at San Jose State University in San Jose, California. I completed my master's at SJSU in 2025 with my culminating thesis project, The Shift Deck, Pragmatic Design Pedagogy Interventions for Climate Resilience. Today I'm going to walk you through the project and the ideas that shaped it. Climate resilience is rarely taught in visual communication design curricula, despite the growing recognition of design's role in addressing environmental challenges. This research investigates why this gap persists and how climate resilience can be meaningfully integrated into graphic design education. As a result, I developed the Shift Deck. Standing on the shoulders of work like McDonough and Brongart's Cradle to Cradle, David W. Orr's Ecological Literacy, and the IDEO Method Deck, the Shift Deck is a pedagogical tool that uses conceptual frameworks and practical methods to position climate resilience as an integral aspect of contemporary design education. The initial research phase involved a mixed methods approach, which included literature reviews, curriculum analysis, and 24 semi-structured interviews with graphic design educators, students, and professionals. I found that climate resilient design methodology is rarely taught in graphic design curricula for three main reasons. Visual communication design is not substantially physical in nature. Climate resilience is considered academically separate from design, and educators often see these ideas as too niche to be part of established curricula and often worry they need more training to teach them. The research findings were synthesized into three interconnected frameworks that address curriculum structure, theory, and practical implementation. The first framework, the 5 levels of sustainability pedagogy in design education, organizes the ways design educators may currently integrate sustainability into their teaching. I explored these levels myself throughout my graduate studies, and you'll see some of the results of those explorations here. At the level of content, sustainable concepts or writings may be used as passive content for layout and typography assignments. At the level of message, students deliver messaging around sustainable methods or ideas through their coursework. At the level of material, students explore sustainable materials as a project requirement. At the level of complexity, students use concepts of sustainability as a lens for understanding the complexity of systems. And at critical inquiry, students question the status quo or explore methods of reuse and regeneration through design. The second framework, the 7 mindsets of climate resilient designers, defines knowledge and practices necessary to build climate resilience and helps situate design within a broader context. Mindsets concerned with values help design students see the impact of their work beyond a dollar figure. Mindsets concerned with systemic realities help design students see their work as part of an interconnected, meaningful whole, and mindsets concerned with influence help design students see themselves as agents of positive change. The mindsets are written as student-facing learning objectives, which Meredith Davis defines in her book Teaching Design as what faculty expects students to know, value, and be able to do. Here's the mindset engagement with policy. This learning objective states that students will recognize relationships between design and policy and advocate for and support environmental and climate policy through design. They will assess how their design practice can align with civic, cultural, and environmental climate goals. The graphic for each mindset is a visual representation of a biological strategy that embodies the mindset as it is practiced in nature. This aspect of the design is built on Janine Benyus's work in biomimicry and the Biomimicry Institute's collection of biological strategies that's on asknature.org. Engagement with policy in nature is illustrated by the process of honeybees collectively deciding on a new hive location. Scout bees will identify potential sites, communicate their findings through dance, and then the hive reaches consensus through quorum-based decision-making. Influenced by prehistoric cave paintings and the Nazca lines of Peru, the resulting graphics employ simplified, grid-based line work that references both ancient visual tradition and modern systems thinking. I won't go into each one in detail today, but the remaining mindsets are beyond human-centered, economy, transdisciplinary, hyperlocalization, systems and transitions, and honesty and optimism. The third framework is the project's design guidelines. Insights from my interviews with educators showed that in order for this project to be useful, it had to be adaptable to different courses and assignments. It had to scale with skill level or student advancement. It had to easily integrate into the professor's existing methods for course design and evaluation, and it had to teach skills that can be assessed and prepare students for future design careers. These three frameworks inform the development of the shift deck. Each card is a shift, something that a student can do or learn within the context of an existing design project or assignment that will support climate resilience. These are 27 small but powerful steps, like using a carbon calculator or eliminating waste. This bottom-up approach allows educators to advocate for climate-resilient design practices without completely overhauling their curriculum. Each shift is organized into a mindset and is further categorized into one of the 5 levels of sustainability in design education, as well as suggested course subjects. The individual shifts are written and organized so that educators can easily assess effectiveness and fit them into their teaching. I've had the pleasure of implementing a few shifts into my own work as an educator. I've helped students lead with optimism in their climate messaging, I've taught the importance of designing with the needs of the local environment in mind, and I've designed in alignment with San Jose's climate goals. As a part of my thesis research, I completed a calling intention workshop under the guidance of my advisor, Andrea English. This is part of a proprietary process by Laura Lee Albin, the founder of the Sea Change Design Institute. I leave you today with the results of that intense workshop. My calling intention, phrased as a question that is big enough to inspire me, and maybe you too, for the rest of my life. How can I cultivate long-term thinking with future generations so that we inspire resilience? Together, we can shape the future we want to see. Thank you.